Everyone wants to be smart, but few understand what it really means. Being smart isn't about knowing facts or reading books. It's about mastering yourself. It's about seeing the world clearly, without emotion, without illusion. That's what the Stoics mastered. They weren't just philosophers. They were warriors of the mind. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus didn't live in comfort. They faced chaos, betrayal, war, and death, and still remained calm, focused, and wise. They became dangerously smart, not because they had all the answers, but because nothing could control them anymore. In this video, we'll explore 8 ruthless lessons from Stoicism, each one designed to sharpen your mind, protect your peace, and turn you into someone unshakable. Lesson 1. Detach emotion, see the truth clearly. The first Stoic lesson is brutal but essential. Detach emotion from reality. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." The Stoics knew that emotions cloud perception. Fear, anger, jealousy, they twist reality. When you see through emotion, you see truth. People who can stay calm in chaos, who don't react out of fear or pride, they see things others can't. That's dangerous intelligence, clarity. When others panic, you analyze. When others react, you respond. When others fall apart, you remain unshaken. Emotional control isn't suppression, it's power. It's the ability to stay still when the world shakes. Lesson 2. Pain is the greatest teacher. Seneca once said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor strengthens the body." Pain teaches faster than comfort ever could. Every setback, every betrayal, every heartbreak, it's training. The Stoics didn't run from pain. They studied it. They used it as fuel to grow wiser, calmer, tougher. If you avoid pain, you avoid growth. But if you face it with awareness, pain becomes your ally. Ask yourself, what did my last failure teach me? What did my last loss reveal about who I am? That's how you become dangerously smart, by turning every wound into wisdom. Lesson 3. Master your reactions. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This is one of the most ruthless truths of Stoicism. Because in life, you will be provoked. People will insult you, test you, lie to you. But your reaction, that's where your power lies. When you stop reacting emotionally, you become unpredictable. And unpredictability is power. Never let your emotions expose your plan. Never let anger make decisions for you. When others lose control, keep yours. That's dominance. Lesson 4. Silence is a weapon. Seneca said, "Silence is a lesson learned through life's many sufferings." Most people speak too much. They defend. They justify. They overshare. But the Stoic learns the power of strategic silence. Silence builds mystery. It creates space. It forces people to question, to listen, to respect. You don't attract attention by explaining yourself. You don't attract attention by explaining yourself. You attract it by mastering your calm. Every word you say should have purpose. Every silence should have strength. Remember, those who can stay quiet under pressure are not weak, they're calculating. And that's a dangerous kind of intelligence. Lesson 5. Expect betrayal. Trust with awareness. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, 'Today I will meet the ungrateful, the arrogant, the deceitful.'" He didn't say this to be cynical. He said it to prepare his mind. The Stoic expects betrayal, disappointment, and selfishness, not to hate the world, but to stay unshaken when it happens. When you expect imperfection, you can love without attachment. You can forgive without weakness. You can trust without blindness. That's intelligence, not naivety. It's emotional armor. People who see the world as it is, not as they wish it to be, are impossible to manipulate. Lesson 6. Control desire, freedom over pleasure. Epictetus taught that desire is the root of suffering. The Stoics weren't against pleasure. They were against dependency. They understood that the more you crave, the less control you have. Modern society runs on desire, new phones, new status, new validation. But the Stoic flips the script. He asks, do I own this, or does this own me? Self-control is the ultimate intelligence. When you can walk away from what most people can't resist, you become dangerous. Because freedom isn't having everything. It's needing nothing. Lesson 7. Observe more, judge less. Marcus Aurelius said, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." Most people react to appearances. The Stoic watches quietly, gathers information before opinion. The more you observe, the less you judge. The less you judge, the more you understand. And the more you understand, the more power you hold. People reveal themselves not through what they say, but through what they repeat, avoid, and fear. Observation builds foresight. And foresight, that's the weapon of the wise. Lesson 8. Accept death, live intensely. This is the Stoics' final and most ruthless lesson. Remember that you will die. Memento mori. Remember death. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short life, but that we waste much of it." When you accept mortality, you stop fearing loss. You stop hesitating. You start living deliberately. You stop wasting time on gossip, distraction, and fear. You start focusing on what matters: discipline, purpose, and peace. That's why Stoics seemed unbreakable, because they already made peace with the inevitable. When death doesn't scare you, nothing can control you. And when nothing controls you, you are free. Conclusion: the Stoic mind is untouchable. To be dangerously smart is not to outthink others. It's to outmaster yourself. Detach from emotion. Learn from pain. Control your reaction. Speak less. Expect betrayal. Master desire. Observe deeply. Accept death. That's how you become dangerously wise. That's how you become unshakable. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire not by power, but by discipline. Epictetus led students not by status, but by clarity. You can do the same, because Stoicism isn't ancient philosophy. It's timeless survival. So remember this: be calm when others panic. Be silent when others talk. Be disciplined when others break, because that's what makes you dangerously smart. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius.